I got my first phone when I was either 13 or 14 years old. I think it was considered a pretty cool phone back then, all of 5 years ago. It was the kind where you could open it and it had the full keyboard inside. But that also meant it was the kind that was too thick to fit in my pockets of my jeans. Yeah, it was pretty cool until more and more people started getting the iPhone. Then my little full keyboard phone didn't look so great. In 2007, Steve Jobs, the head of Apple, introduced the world to the very first iPhone through a live demo presentation. So today, I'll tell you a little bit about the history of the iPhone, what it's transformed into, and also some of the effects that it has had on our society as a whole. So people have been asking Apple to make something they could use as both an iPod and a phone for years. So Steve Jobs was very eager to show everybody what he and his company had created. The New York Times even did an article on the presentation that Steve Jobs insisted on. Apparently the iPhone was still having major glitches and malfunctions even on the day of the live demo, and there were probably only 100 models of that phone, all varying in quality and function, even though it was to be released only months later. But he wanted to do it right then and there, no later. Everything ended up alright, and the rest is history, and has led to numerous updated versions, or what we call generations. Although the iPhone is one of the most recent communication means, it still has come a long way since it was first released in 2007. People are actually selling their first generation iPhones for thousands of dollars on eBay. The iPhone 6 and 6 Plus were just released this month. It now has two cameras, one for the front and one for the back, so turning the whole phone around is no longer needed for selfies. It has a fingerprint ID on the home button, so you no longer have to type in a passcode that may be easily seen and copied. It is now sleeker, has more internal space, better camera quality, and the screen, especially for the iPhone 6 Plus, is are much larger and clearer. The things that have come from the creation of the iPhone are just as impressive. If the iPhone had never been created, social media would not be as successful as it is today. We wouldn't have a convenient app for us to get on at any time, at any place. Imagine having to wait to get home to go on your Instagram or Twitter profiles to see if anyone followed you or tweeted you or liked your picture. Also, imagine not having something to look at during class during a boring lecture. For me, that's psychology. Or not having something to look at pretending that you're actually busy enough not to make awkward eye contact with somebody. The apps themselves, such as Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Yik Yak, etc., have made billions and billions of dollars and many average people millionaires. Google also released Androids so they could be in competition with the iPhones. So I know that many of us, if not all of us, know about the iPhone because we've had at least some experience with it. But hopefully I've shared some new information on the history, the improvements, and the outcome of it. Thank you.